Hello YouTube and fellow resellers. My name is Kevin, the Stoic Reseller, and I'm back at you with a what sold last week and a top 10 what sold on eBay and some sales on Poshmark. If you're new here, I am a part-time reseller. I sell on Poshmark and eBay. The kind of interesting thing I do is I do all this without promoting, okay? If you're interested in this kind of topic, I'll be having some new videos coming out. I do have to apologize, guys. I haven't really been posting too often. It's just been a really crazy last couple weeks. Just a lot going on, okay? But I'm in the right frame of mind now. You're going to be seeing some thrift videos. You're going to see some haul videos. You're going to see some news videos. I got a new one coming out here tomorrow about the email of death. I got another one. You can kind of see, maybe you guys can figure out when I got that email here. Just by looking at the screen. But anyways, if you're new here, I go over everything reselling. I'm kind of a hit everything, mostly clothing. So if you're interested in this type of content, like, subscribe, share my videos, comment below, and let's jump right into it, guys. So the one thing I do here is I am 100% transparent. I do talk every bit of my numbers. So guys, I don't try to hide anything because I don't feel there's any value in hiding information. It's disingenuous, and I don't believe it's really worth anything. But anyways, let's jump right into it. So here's last week's sales. Not last week, but this is 2 weeks ago, from 2/5 to 11. This was an amazing week. This is what I wish eBay and Poshmark equaled every single week. However, last week, I don't know what happened. Last week was atrocious. I did not have a very successful week. But from the sounds of it, it sounds like most of you also didn't, which is interesting. So it tells me it's not just me. It's not what I sell. It's not my promoted. It's not that I don't promote. It's that there was something up last week, whether it be the economy, whether it be just the time of the month. Who knows? But let's jump into it. So on eBay, I had 36 total sales. Yes, that is it. 36 items sold in a 7-day period for me. For reference, guys, the week prior, I had 53. I had a total of 80 items sell last week. So you can see that was a 17 item difference. That's not the only thing that's different. So the average item that cost my buyers are $33.98. I had $1,223.21 in total sales last week on eBay alone. My cost of goods have gone down to $9.68. My goal by the end of the year is to have this down to $9. So that cost me $348.48. Average sales costs have jumped up slightly, but I'm still in a good spot. 27.7%, still under 30, which is where I want to be. I don't want to be any higher. So that cost me another $338.83, leaving me with $535.90 of gross profit, which is 43.81% of my total sales on eBay. Got to pay Uncle Sam, that cost me $183.48. If you're new here, that's 15% off the total sales. And then my net profit, after everything's all said and done, everyone's paid, I paid back the item cost, all that shit. Everything taken out is $352.42, or 28.81% of my total sales, which is 5% lower than my goal, basically. I want to be at 33% and 50%. I didn't hit anything. I wasn't even close. So we'll just move on. So Poshmark, we had 34 sales. So you can see Poshmark was very good. Okay? Very, very good. So that's all you could really say about it, right? Poshmark was literally like 70% of my sales was 70% of eBay, which was about 40% of my sales. So anyways, total sales of $812. Cost of goods cost me $329.12. Average sales cost, Poshmark has a flat 20%, $162.40. I forgot to say my average buy cost for the average amount the buyers paid was $23.88. Average sales cost 20%, $162.40. Profit of $320.48 gross. That's 39.47, which is abysmal. 15%, got to pay to Uncle Sam. 198.68 is what I made clean in my pocket. And that's only 24.47% of the sales. Guys, this was a very week, okay? The one thing I do want to say is thank God I started listing a little bit lower tier items. If you don't know, about a month ago, I started picking up items I sell for 17 plus shipping and 20 plus shipping. I never used to buy those items. I would only stick with 25 plus. But now that my wife is working for me, with me and for the family, I have to get more items. And so now I have to insulate myself by picking up those lower tier items. And it really showed last week. It showed without those, I don't think these numbers would be much worse. Let's put it that way. So I had total 70 items sell last week. I listed 84. That was 12 per day. For 83 and that gives me a complete utter failure in how do I talk. But it's 83.33% sell-through rate per items listed as opposed to sold last week, which is very not good. Total net profit was only $551.10. That also isn't very good. Average per profit was $7.87, which is what it is. It's profit, guys. I mean, I'm not too concerned about the overall margin here. It looks like I'm making about 80% like per item. 80% of what I buy it for is what it's selling for. I also did not have very many high dollar sales last week, which doesn't mean I don't have any high dollar items. Just no one was buying. I don't know. But Poshmark was just about 40% of my sales, or 40% as strong as Poshmark. No, what am I trying to say here? The dollar amount of my Poshmark was 40% of total sales. There you go. Anyways, which that doesn't seem right. No, it does seem right because we had over 2,000. Yeah, that's right. God, I know how to do math still. Sheesh. But anyways, guys, let's jump right into the top 10 of what's sold on the good old eBay. Starting at the bottom, Howler Brothers, tried and true brand, just about everything of theirs sells. And these are board shorts. They sold in the middle of winter, guys. So keep listing. Oh, before I go, that reminds me. I do want to say what probably has been contributing to the low sales is I've been listing kind of the back tail of the inventory I got from my last thrift trip, which has been just like outdoor long sleeves, shorts, golf polos. We're going to be listing some outdoor short sleeves shirts today or tomorrow. No, tomorrow we picked up some jackets on a recent haul. So we'll be focusing on that, and then it'll be back to short sleeves. So I get, I'm not going to sit here and complain and whine about it. I'm just letting you guys know. I believe what is contributing to the low sales is simply because I'm not listing in-season items right now. I'm preparing my store for the spring and summer, basically. Just like everywhere right now, everyone's in a transition mode. No one knows what to buy. Do you buy a jacket? Do you buy a pair of shorts? Do you buy assless chaps? Who knows? Because we don't know what the hell the weather's going to do because it's so up and down all damn year. But we're going forward, okay? So, still sold shorts. Middle of winter. Anyways, Howler Brothers, tried and true. These are the Bruja board shorts with this like celestial star map. If you're a Star Trek fan, they went over here somewhere and then went over here and I don't know. Anyways, I think it sold for $30. Next, we got some Nike golf pants. These are the weatherized chino. Got $30 for them. Really good shape. Really awesome pant, to be honest with you. You look up all Nike with this right here. And, but anyways, yeah. These are fucking great. These were an older item. I've had these for quite a while. As you can see, my shipping has increased. I haven't updated all my items. So 5.5, I charge $6.50 now, but really, Nike guys, you just have to feel it. You will just know over time when a good Nike piece comes up. But yeah, sold for $30. The next item is a newer item I listed. This was on a new rack at the thrift store. These are my wife's photos, so we're working on it. I don't want to hear no one complain. She's doing a great job. But you can see here, this was Ralph Lauren. This was a woman's like denim chambray shirt. Had the crust on it, which is what made it valuable. I accepted an offer of $29 for this. Actually, a really cool shirt. Didn't pay a whole lot for it. $9.68 apparently. North Face, guys. I've been picking up a lot of North Face lately, just simply because I have more confidence in the brand now than I did 5 months ago when they hit a little of the political nunchucks hit them right square right in between the cheeks. So like they got kind of clapped, and then someone did a reach around with the other nunchuck and hit them right square in the balls. So yeah, it was pretty hard going there for a couple months, but they've come back. They kind of quietly retracted some of the stuff they were putting out into the universe. So good for them, and good for us because now they're selling again. But if you don't know, if you live under a rock, the North Face logo looks like that. You can look it up with this AJFB, or sometimes I've been able to. I'm not really quite sure. I have to look them up sometimes. If it doesn't come up there, you look at this bottom number and it should come up. Typically, I don't pick them up if I can't locate the exact style. Just one of those brands that just tends to sit if you don't have the style name in the title. But yeah, accepted an offer of $30 for these. Some Roan pants. These were hemmed. They were supposed to be, I think, like a 34, but they ended up being like a 30. These sold pretty quick, actually. We just listed these, or I did anyways, not too long ago. Because you can see that these are my pictures. I think I had these for less than 2 weeks. So, no, actually, I've had these for a while. Probably had them for 2 months now that I think about it. Some of these, the almost exact same color sold on Poshmark. I was getting confused. But these sold for $34. So Roan's still a really good brand. The tops, I don't know, guys. The tops are a little sketch. You might want to, if you're overpaying, just don't. But if you can get them for like $5, the tops do well. I would imagine like around $20. That's where I'm pricing them. Frank and Eileen, guys. Tried and true brand as well. I find this pretty more often than I probably should. Just they are a hard to find item, and I do find them pretty well. I did have these this item for quite a while, but did sell for $44.97, and yeah, it's pretty good. I'll take that. Frank and Eileen, guys. Almost every single piece of Frank and Eileen sells great. These shirts don't command the same amount as they once did, but they still command, $45 for a long sleeve is, I mean, who's not taking that? Who's not taking that? But their pants sell for over $100. Just FYI, guys. Some Prana pants. If you're ever curious, this did have like a snag there. We created a little hole. But if you're curious, so what happened there? Why is this missing? Wait, you see that, guys? Is that a glitch? So it shows here, but it doesn't. That's weird. eBay, right? Am I right? Am I right? But anyways, so you can see here the way you differentiate the 2.0s to the first iteration is by the way the pocket looks. So you can see there, this right here, that style of the pocket dictates the 2.0. Also, the way you do it is they screen printed the size on the back now, so they've just taken a cheaper route to this. Prana is still a good brand in the pants. I'm testing out their tops at the lower dollar price point. A couple have sold on Poshmark, surprisingly. So, but yeah, you pick these up. I will pay up to $15 for these. I price all of them at $40, and I sell them between $34 and $40 pretty regularly. So yeah, Prana pants, still good, guys. Here's another Nike item. These were the City Hybrid 3M. These were also like a weatherized, very nice pair of Nike pants. These sold, I believe I took an offer of $40, and they sold pretty quick. Not gonna lie, I would say within the last couple weeks, because these are my wife's photos. So, yeah, like I said, guys, that's the second Nike item in my top 10 of the sales this week for, typically over $30 to $40. And there's so many Nike pieces that do that. And it kind of makes me sick to my stomach when I hear people talk about how Nike doesn't sell. It doesn't sell for over $20. It's like, get a life, people. Look it up. Some of this stuff is very in demand and very expensive. This second to last item is Stio. This also sold within a couple days. Very nice shirt. I've been finding Stio quite often. I'm not sure why, and I'm not going to complain. Stio is a great outdoor brand. Unfortunately, it used to be made here in the U.S. in Wyoming. Now it's made in China. Go figure. But this was the Eddie long sleeve pearl snap in a 2XL. This sold. I took it off for $40, and like I said, it sold within a couple days, guys. And the top item of the week was this 40. I took it off for $44 for this. It is a Roper shirt. I mean, when you see intricate Western shirts like this, had a really beautiful embroidery, you're going to price it up. I found the shirt similar to this sell around $50, so I priced it at $50, took an offer. It did take a while. It took about 2 months to sell, but I'm willing to wait 2 months for an item that sells for $44. And but yeah, guys, that's the top item on eBay. Unfortunate. Let's see, where is Poshmark? Here we go. So I found out you can sort Poshmark. Go figure. Who would have known? So here's all the sales I had between the 12th and the 18th. And yeah, we had some pretty good ones here. We got Columbia sells really good on Poshmark. Sells great on eBay as well. I've been selling a lot of Columbia lately. So those of you who think Columbia isn't worth picking up, if you can get it for under $5, I got 17 for it. And I price most of the long sleeve fishing shirts. They have to have that like nylon or polyester vented feel. If you can get them for under $5, they sell for 17 to $20 all day long, plus shipping. So don't overlook that stuff. You're not going to get rich, but you pick up enough of it, it's going to sell. Don't overprice it. If it's got any flaws, do not pick it up because it will not sell. It has to be in good shape, and it has to meet certain criteria, and it must be under $5 for me. Dixon, this is a women's flannel, sold for 40 segments. Guys, if you don't know, the wool segments for women sell very well, both on eBay and Poshmark. This sold for $25, literally the same day we listed it. Here's a Prana shirt. It's a long sleeve for $20 on eBay or Poshmark. I was a bit surprised. Not every day I get that. Public Rec still sells really well. Linksoul sells. I pick up Linksoul all the time. It's hard for me to leave it at the thrift store because I just know it's going to sell. But it doesn't sell for a lot, guys. You're not going to get rich selling Linksoul. Travis Matthews. Matthew. I don't know why I always add an S to that, but just a button-up sold for $18. A Florida Panthers jacket. Grayson Polo. Built sells really, really, really well on Poshmark, especially the short sleeves, just like the general basic short sleeves. They sell between $15 and $20 on Poshmark, and I'm way more confident picking them up now. A Tommy Bahama hooded like long sleeve. It was just cotton, and it was kind of crazy because you don't think Tommy Bahama, if it's not silk or linen, why pick it up? But this had great comps. A Better Sweater full zip hoodie. Excuse me. I thought this would have sold for more. But if you guys look at the Better Sweaters in general, the market has just went from like here to here in a matter of a season, guys. It's crazy. I'm a bit concerned about Patagonia just in general. I believe Patagonia is going to be kind of the new Prana here pretty soon, where a lot of it doesn't. It might keep its floor, and I believe the floor for most of this stuff is going to be like $30 to $35. Mark my words, guys. I'm a little concerned about Patagonia. An Under Armour, just long sleeve polo sold small. Hey, look at that. Sold for $17. Travis Matthews sweater sold for $22. Sims, this was a cool pickup. This sold for $35. Some outdoor research pull-on Mystic pants. Some Nike ACG capris that I've had for literally ever. If you can see that picture. This was I probably had this for over a year and a half. Another Built shirt. Told you guys, Marine Layer sells really well. Built, Marine Layer, and Patagonia. Those three brands sell the best on Poshmark. Those are so good. Lululemon obviously sells really well on Poshmark, and I'm actually, my wife and I went on we had a work event up north, and she wanted to see what I have to go through. She wanted to see my favorite thrift store up there, so we went and we found a lot of items. But she got to experience the full gamut of craziness, and we got to go. But she found some good stuff. So she found some clearance Lululemon pieces for under like around $5, and they're just items that are going to sell for $20. But for me, it's like those are the items I would not have picked up because I don't go through that section. So if I can convince my wife to thrift with me more often, she's going to find those items that I don't really look through because it takes too long to go through them. And, and if we can just load up on those, $17 to $20 items, I'm fine with that. If it pays the bills, guys, if it accomplishes the goals that I want to set out for, I'm fine with that. Because right now, my goal is to double the listings. And if we do that with, pretty quick sell-through rate items that sell $17 to $20, why the hell not do it? It doesn't make any sense. Lululemon, this is the second time I've bought this in a matter of months. The Mason's Peak flannel sold real quick for $34. Roan shirt, I told you guys, these Roan shirts don't sell very well. But they do if you price them correctly, which is anywhere from $17 to $20. Also, another brand that I'm slow on is this Untuckit brand. The performance lines of Untuckit, so talking like the nylon spandex, I'm now pricing at $22. Any of the other ones, $20. And I'll tell you right now, they're selling. I listed probably 4 or 5 Untuckit shirts last week. 3 or 4 of them sold like within days. And they were at the $19 or the $20 and the $22 price points. A couple of them sold on Poshmark and a couple sold on eBay. So guys, Untuckit is a brand that is slowly dying off, but if you price them right, they're still selling. So keep that in mind, guys. If you're looking to find out why your Untuckit isn't selling, that's why it's overpriced. Some 10,000. If you guys don't know 10,000, I talk about it all the time. I find it all the time. This is an amazing brand. Very high quality material. Sold for $25. And guys, if you don't realize, it's a men's small. I'm not afraid to pick up men's small stuff. Here's another Chaz Matthews button-up. North Face for women. Cool pants for women. Outdoor research for women. You can see, you can kind of see what I master in. I master in these outdoor brands, as most of you should as well. Typically, the people buying these are going to be people, even if we hit an economic depression, that are still going to be buying this stuff because they value being able to go do their favorite hobbies over their wealth. So, and if they want to do it comfortably, and then they also wear their items out quickly. So they have to buy new stuff, and they're willing to buy good items at a good price as long as they're undamaged. Here's those other Roan commuter pants. I just listed those, sold for $31. Peter Millar, Summer Comfort. Guys, this is another item that I've been listing at $20. Summer Comforts. Unless there's something special about it, $20. Faherty for $30. Here's an Untuckit for $20. Told you guys. Ariat Rebar. Mizzen and Main for $27. And another Dixon flannel. Excuse me. You're awake now? But anyways, so yeah, there's all the sales. Like I said, guys, Poshmark has been great. I have, maybe I can clear the here, we'll just do February. How about that? We'll go up through today. I'll give you a sneak peek. Or actually, let's go my sales, my closet insights. Here we go. So for February, I've sold 2,191. And you can see the chart seems to be a little bit more consistent for Poshmark than it is for eBay. So last week was downer. I'm not going to lie, guys. Sometimes that gives me a little heart palpitation. And, sometimes I just want to go and make a sacrifice to the eBay gods. And the only sacrifice I know is that you have to go find a unicorn. You got to cut the horn off. And then you have to proceed to stab a baby seal with it. So we all know how difficult that appears to be. But I guess the easier way to do it would be to maybe find some holistic way to remedy the promoted listings. I won't get into promoted listings again, guys. I did my time. I tried them out. Didn't work for me. And then I paid the consequences of getting off of promoted listings. I don't promote. So, but what I am doing now, and I actually have a video scheduled. I promise you guys I'm going to do more videos. I actually have one, I think, planned out for each day of this week. So you're going to see a lot of me this week. As a preview for tomorrow, I got the second email of death. And it's basically just a follow-up, and the fact that I got it again within like 15 days of the last one is crazy. But you're going to see that come out. You're going to see a thrift trip. You're going to see some eBay news and economy talk if you're curious about it, and my perspective and my view of the economy and how that's going to play into what we do here. But and then I think sometime this week, either Wednesday or Thursday, it's probably going to be Thursday, I'm going to talk about the cross-listing software and what I'm doing to make Poshmark basically work for me, and I'm not spending a whole bunch of time doing what Poshmark wants, which is sharing and following. I mean, you can see here I have 15,000 followers. I've followed over almost 20,000, 47,000 shares. So you can see I'm doing what Poshmark wants, but I'm actually spending this much time doing it. So I'll share all that in the future. But guys, if you have any questions, any comments, concerns, criticism, you want to call me a big fat doo-doo head, you do that. But make sure you do it in the comments section. Thumbs me up or don't. Thumbs me down. Either way, I hope you punch the like button. Just don't break your screens. But guys, thank you so much. Until the next time, make sure you are ruling the day.